This I guess so. This is the 3-hole hitter, and he is doing a good job fouling a bunch off. We still have a 1-2 count with 2 outs.
Yes, sir. And away.
Now that was a really nice inside fastball that absolutely froze the opponent, which is what you're trying to set up, you know.
So for the first inning of work right there, Costin faced 3 batters and struck all 3 out. 2 backwards Ks and 1 swinging. So we'll go to the bottom of the second, and we'll have Bryant Wisdom, our shortstop, leading off with Grady Bledsoe, second baseman in the 2-hole, and then Reese Parker, third baseman, in batting third in this inning. We are facing, looks like their pitcher is number 24, B. Harris. We'll take a short break.
You kind of need that tent.
Got back. We got a little streamy there for.
We need the tent. We've been good all day.
Creep, baby. Creep.
We met your lovely mother.
She's so precious.
Your mother was very nice.
She's so sweet. That's Gigi from St. Pete. Y'all called her out before.
Gigi is very nice, very sweet.
Compliments and
very respectful.
She'd listened to our broadcast internationally.
Yeah.
Yes, she has taken us international.
Yeah.
Never thought of that. I think I just saw him warm up with a knuckleball right there.
When they were watching the series, they were in British Virgin Islands, they were in Barcelona, and they were in Istanbul. And our radio commentaries, they could see where the IP address is, and they're like, if you're in Istanbul right now, please let us know. Text da-da-da-da. And then they text, it's Bryant Wisdom's grandparents. They're like, Bryant Wisdom's grandparents, can we live their life? Because they have a sweet set of commentaries for you.
All right, here we go to start off the bottom of the first inning. Your East Coast Sox 3-0 in pool play. Getting started with bracket play here against 5-star Velo out of Mississippi. Both teams actually based in Mississippi.
That was a good take. Oh.
All right. Now,
okay, so finally.
That was the same official that was in the field in the last game. He's telling all of our players to get inside the dugout.
There'll be no more chest bumping.
Interesting, because he was the same official that was in the field in the last game. He never said a word about it.
I mean, maybe it's.
But it's all right.
The home plate umpire's call?
I guess it's his field.
Yeah.
Here we go. Bryant laces a line drive right back up the middle, almost taking the pitcher's head off. Glad he avoided any kind of injury there, but really strong.
That's a good start.
Strong start there for Bryant Wisdom on first base. Brings number 7, Grady Bledsoe, up to bat. Grady's playing second base in this game. A very versatile, strong hitter that can play all over the field. Pitcher Harris throws over to first to try and keep Wisdom a step closer. And Wisdom is running. It's going to be a close play at second. He's in safe for a stolen base.
Yeah, he beat it by a good step.
It was a good throw. It was down and low, right on the bag, but the second baseman actually dropped the ball.
Yeah, if we looked at the replay, we would see a really good jump.
Yeah. Squaring around a bunt and a ball in the dirt.
Oh, good read.
Wisdom will stay at second.
He thought about it. He thought about it and was smart getting back.
There are 5 fields here at the Hoover Complex, and there are bracket games going on all the fields. This is actually the second round of bracket games. There were bracket games that started at 10:20, and now these are all the 12:40 games that are going on. Grady squares the bunt again and pulls back wisely. The ball high and outside. Steal.
Let's see. All right, so that was two bunt attempts, and he wisely.
Then squares around and absolutely laces one into the right center gap. And Wisdom will score easily from second base, standing up. An RBI single from Grady Bledsoe, the second baseman, gives the East Coast Sox an early lead of 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning with no outs and runner at first. Reese Parker, the third baseman, comes up to bat.
Good swing there. He's in the box wanting to be aggressive.
Maybe the ball outside to even the count 1-1. You know, we did hear from a fan. Bryant Wisdom's grandmother came and spoke with us, said that she enjoyed our broadcast. From international across the ocean. She,
they were over there.
Talked about Barcelona, Spain, listening to one of our games. Istanbul, I believe that's in Turkey, right? Istanbul, Constantinople.
Places I've never been. But very, very nice, sweet, respectable, loving person.
Yeah.
Very nice lady. Gave us a lot of compliments. We appreciate it.
We never would have dreamed that our broadcast would have already gone international.
Yeah, so we're growing. I mean, we're gonna possibly start making some money at some point in time. Yeah.
A little throw over to first base to keep Grady a little closer there. The speed of some of these base runners have already shown that we can get into scoring position and then drive in runs when we need to. Looking over in the stands, we've got our East Coast Sox Prime team based out of Huntsville that came over to watch us play. Several of our boys went over and watched them play the 10-20 pool game, which they won against VBA. Not sure about what the final was. I heard it was 3-0. So
they won.
Really good job there. Tristan Blaylock is the winning pitcher for the Prime team. And there's a ball down that Reese went for, and we have a strikeout swing, and that's the first out of the inning. Bringing up Jace Dean. Another left-handed batter, Jace Dean, who's playing first base for us today. Another throw over to first. Grady's safe, sliding back in head first. We were complaining about it warming up just a tad bit, but I'll tell you what, Brad, really have had, other than the rain Friday morning, we've had very comfortable weather here last couple of days of May and first day of...
It's been great.
It's June, isn't it? Is it officially June?
I mean, we're right on it.
I don't know I don't even know. We kind of lose track some of the time. It's June 1st. There is a shot to the right field corner. That's going to be extra base hits. And probably another, Coach Malden is waving Grady home. He comes in standing up, scoring all the way from first base. So Jace Dean with a stand-up double, RBI, driving in Grady Bledsoe.
He's the hottest bat.
Man, Jace has absolutely,
he is.
Whether it's a metal bat or a wooden bat, Jace Dean is squaring the ball up, and it really doesn't matter.
He's seeing it. You can tell he's Yeah, he's really finding the barrels, and it's like he's not trying to do too much. He's just
interesting development here. We have 5-star Velo making a defensive swap. It may be maybe they're bringing that second baseman in to come get warmed up to be the next pitcher. They feel like they're in trouble right here. You know, these bracket games are do or die, so you can't really
knuckleball.
Can't really save. Yeah,
it is straight up knuckleball.
Okay, we saw it in warm up. So the pitcher's thrown a few knuckleballs,
but like
if you can throw it for a
decent
strike.
But it's actually a decent knuckleball.
Yeah.
You know, some kids throw knuckleballs, but they actually spin and they'll do some kind of drop, like a changeup.
There's a ball in the gap, left side. Jay Steen is going to be waved around. Malden there's a throw, and it was cut off by the pitcher. Probably ill-advised there. It may have been offline.
Well, it was actually offline.
Okay.
A good throw.
It probably gets it right.
Yes, by maybe a step.
Yep.
It was still close.
Malden didn't ever hesitate waving him on.
He was.
But another RBI single. Now we've got Mayhem.
Malden was backpedaling with him there, halfway down. All right, Carlson.
Here we go, two.
Oh! Just missed that. A really, really high. Oh, wow. One of those MLB pop-ups where he just missed a really big bomb. We've seen plenty of them from Costin. All right, so here we have, we're 2 outs. We have McAllister, one of our rotating catchers from Arkansas. Ooh, a little delayed still. Oh, a textbook delayed still. I noticed he didn't have a big lead, too. It was textbook. Like you can't draw up a delayed steal better than that. And from a guy who can just steal normally. Very impressive. There's the knuckleball.
Lifted out in center field and retire on the side.
All right, good inning.
Very good inning by the East Coast Sox. 3 runs on the board, take a 3-0 lead, headed to the second inning. Costa Mahan will be coming back out to pitch his second inning of work here in the top of the second. Go 2. All right, here we go to start out the top of the second inning. Costa Mahan back out for his second inning of work on the mound, and the first inning got over a little bit faster than we thought. We didn't really get to go through the defensive positioning. Jace Dean over at first base. Also, we have Hudson McAllister behind the plate catching. Second base, Grady Bledsoe. Shortstop, Bryant Wisdom. At third base, Reese Parker. Out and left is Peyton Connolly, Peanut. In center, we have Holden Siemens. And it's another nice strike right down the middle by Costin. And then in right field, we have Harlem Fuller. A lot of speed out there in the outfield.
I like how Costin's going right at him.
Just attacking. And took a little off right there and fouled off.
And, at least make them prove that they want to hit. I mean, he's
right
coming
there,
right at them, filling up the zone, and they can't.
Little change up right there, but I could tell he slowed down his motion a little bit, so the batter was able to pick that up a little bit. And then come right back with his third strikeout his fourth strikeout in a row in as many batters.
I mean, we talk about painting the outside corner.
Out of way 2.
Another freeze.
Costing a rather large 14-year-old, standing about 6'2" on the mound, about 220. Took a little off right there, and that ball's going to drop in no man's land.
Yeah, that's okay.
Just a little blooper over third baseman's head into the no man's land. Wasn't hit hard enough to go get or high enough to go get. Just a little blooper. Sticking the bat out there, making contact. So 5-star now has their first base runner in the game. Costin quickly throws over to keep him a little closer. A little pickoff move there. Trying to keep him honest. Ooh, outside pitch. Looked like a strike, but our opinion doesn't matter, I don't believe.
Yeah.
So in the box,
Still
we
like
have...
to think that my opinion matters, even though I know that.
In the box, we have... looking at some of the numbers, and the numbers are not matching up with what we were given, but it says number 27. We don't have a 27 on the roster, so your guess is as good as mine. I would say it's Hicks, maybe. That one's deep. And Harlem makes a good play. Originally turned back to his right shoulder and then got crisscrossed and turned back to his left shoulder. Made a very good athletic play there.
Yeah, it was good.
In right field. That ball was hit very high, which gave him a little bit more time to get under it and make a play on it. All right, so now we have number 2. This is Dukes, third baseman for 5-star Velo. That was the first recorded out in the field. Oh, we got a stolen base there. Looked like
it was balls down a little.
Hudson just couldn't get it out of his glove quick enough, and he kind of bobbled it a little bit. You heard
I'm not sure if it's skipped or,
I think he caught it clean. He just couldn't get it out. He had a little disappointment in that he couldn't get it out quick enough. It was a stolen base, nevertheless. So 5-star gets their first runner in scoring position with 2 outs here, with Dukes up to bat. There's a nice strike on the inside half.
Nice spot.
Costin's shown the ability to hit his spots where he wants them. On the inside, outside. 1-1 count with 2 outs. Bryant Wisdom working behind the runner there.
Oh, great.
There's a swing miss. 1-2 count.
Oh, that was very nice. After that inside fastball, he went away.
One more pitch get us in here to possibly get some more runs on the board. Costa Mahan can slam the door shut right here on this half of the inning. That ball's down. Huddy did a good job of scooping that off the turf.
Good 1-2 pitch there. Good 1-2.
I would suspect this This number 2, Dukes, has some pretty good speed.
He looks like it. He looks very athletic.
Puts a ball into play. We have to make a really good play.
Oh,
that ball just missed up. Missed up. So got I believe should be a full count. I don't know if
I think
the scoreboard can. Yes, we have confirmation by the official is full count. 2 outs. There is an empty bag, but would rather like to go ahead and get this out. Oh, and he lost that one up high.
That's all right. He
all that hurts is start a new batter and a few more pitches that Costin's going to have to throw.
Well, maybe we can get a ground ball here early. That's what we need right here.
Number 7, Johnson, is the first baseman for the 5-star Velo team. Got an out on any base. Get the easy out infield. Just keep this one on the infield and get out of this inning. Costin needs to get ahead on the batter. Make a big difference in the... There's a nice strike.
This guy has a narrow stance. It's his starting position. We are kind of doing the opposite. We're going a smidge wider on our startup.
That's about as narrow as a stance I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, that's
to be honest. And there's a ground ball to first. Let's see if Costin can get over to make the play. He does to record the out. Really good job by the pitcher and really good job by the first baseman leading the pitcher.
Yes, that is.
Costin comes off with a big grin on his face after.
I mean, he got there. He did his job
just in the nick of the time. But that's what good pitchers have got to do. You know, ball hit to the right side, you got to get over and cover.
You got to go.
If Jace doesn't make that play, that ball's a base hit and probably scores a run. And so it saved a run off the board, got us out of the inning, out of a little bit of a jam. And Costin did give up his first hit of the game and also a walk, which, to be honest, he doesn't like walking people. He doesn't like doing that. He'd rather give up a hit, to be honest, than a walk. There's no defense of a walk, Brad.
Yeah, I mean, every now and then a good hitter, they foul a whole bunch off, and you're on pitch 9 or 10, and they actually earn the walk.
Yeah.
But yeah, nobody likes
you
walk.
You get that batter to swing, and you've got 10 opportunities to get him out.
10 opportunities to get him out.
So we'll take just a short break.
Find a way on, eh?
All right, here we go. To start off the bottom of the second inning, we have Peanut Connolly, our left fielder today. If I'm correct, this is our fourth game, and it's the fourth position that Peanut has started in.
Yeah,
he started at second, at short, pitcher, and now left field. So, we've talked multiple times about versatile players, and it shows his versatility. Got a ground out to the third baseman.
He's aggressive. He likes to go after that first pitch. I like it. He hit that hard down the line, just right at him.
The third baseman made a good play. Brings up Harlem Fuller, number 8, our right fielder, who made a really nice.
Walked off the last game.
He sure did.
With the
double in the gap, driving in two runs.
Yep.
See if Harlan can stay hot after that last hit he had.
Oh, there's the knuckleball again. I mean, it's really, the knuckleballs usually disappear. The little kids like to throw it.
Right. There's a ball in the dirt. Ball 1 to even the count 1-1 with 1 out, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the second, 3-0, early lead for East Coast Sox scout team. Oh, a swing and a miss with a big shot came out of his cleats.
Yeah, big cut there.
Literally, I think he almost came out of his cleats. One of them's unzipped. Have some very our team cleats this year are very unique cleats. They there's no shoelaces.
There's no shoelace. They're hidden inside there.
But there's still no shoelaces. It's a dial that tightens up the shoe, and then you have a zipper. That's a ball that is smoked to center field, and the center fielder gets back and makes a really good play.
That's very good.
That ball was barreled up. There's no shame in that game. I'll tell you that.
No.
Very similar to the hit he hit to end the game, the last pool game that we played. So I would suggest Harlem changes absolutely nothing in that swing right there, because that was perfection. He just found a glove. Some of the best hit balls do find gloves. There was the curve ball right there, but missed. I'm sorry, not curve ball, the knuckle ball that missed outside, high and away. We have Holden Siemens up to bat, hits a little swing and bunt back to the pitcher, and a bang play. Really good defensive play.
Pitcher realized, I got a fast runner.
He had to hurry with the left-handed batter out of the back.
He had to throw a strike.
Yep. So really good defensive inning there for 5-star. We'll give them credit. Had a really good defensive inning. Had a ground out to third, fly ball to what I would really almost call a line drive fly ball to center. And then the pitcher coming off the mound to make a really good PFP. We'll take a short break as Costin gets warmed up for his third inning of work.
Rather than nachos, those are some type of potato chip.
She said she ate all the chicken.
Yeah, I can tell.
I ate all the chicken.
Rather than a nacho salad, it is a potato chip salad.
All right, as we start the action here in the third inning, East Coast Sox leading 3-0, 3 runs that they scored in the bottom of the first. Costin comes out for his third inning of work. He is, through his first 2 innings, had 4 strikeouts so far.
I bet he goes right back to that. He was pretty late on that fastball.
I think this is their extra hitter, I believe, batting now. Radetzky. Just challenge him, come right back at him, give him the heater.
I think so. I mean,
throw the heater, Ricky.
Now I'm not the most qualified, but he has been late.
It's like Huddy's setting up outside. Painted the corner and did not get the call. So not a bad spot.
It was probably out. But he hit his spot.
Yeah, he hit the spot he wanted to. He was just trying to get the batter to go for it. But Huddy was clearly set up outside.
Yeah.
And
all right.
Batter speeds up to it a little bit and got a piece of it, fouled it back. So we got a 1-2 count.
4 fastballs in a row, which is still the right call. You could argue another one here, but it wouldn't surprise me if he breaks one off. Let's see.
Delivers, and another heater right back at
5
him.
in a row.
Kind of the inside half right there, spotted it up nice and low in the zone.
Yeah.
That's Costin's 5th strikeout of the game. Still early in the third inning with 1 out. This is number 24, Harris. This was the opposing starting pitcher. Swing and a miss there at a high strike.
Yep.
Got the leadoff batter on deck, Stone, shortstop for 5-star Velo.
Nice.
Another, Costin's feeling it right there. Another strike right down the middle. Well, you know, you got to think he's facing the bottom of this order. He just wants to come at him and attack him, not mess around. And there's another one right by him for his 6th strikeout of the game.
I mean, man, fill it up. Fill up the zone.
So with 2 outs and nobody on, it brings up the 5-star Velo's leadoff batter, number 48, Stone, the shortstop.
Yeah.
Oh, and Costin takes a tumble, and I'm not sure. We'll have to check if that. Did anybody else feel that? Was that an earthquake, or was that just Costin Mahan falling down? We might need to check the mound, see if the mound is okay. I'm not sure.
That mound,
You might have split it.
might need to replace it.
Might be a fault line right down the middle. If there wasn't before, there is now. And there's a ground ball at Grady. He'll scoop that up and okay. Grady Bledsoe, after falling to the turf, Costin comes back and gets the out on the very next pitch.
That was very nice.
I'm sure no one will make fun of him in the dugout as he goes back to get ready for the next inning, to get ready to bat here. So anyway, a pretty quick inning there with 2 strikeouts and a ground out to second base. So we'll be headed to the bottom of the 3rd. Looks like 5-star is still sticking with Harris, who pitched the first 2 innings. So if we can get to him right here, we'll have Bryant Wisdom leading us off. So it's not a bad place to start with, Bryant Wisdom.
No.
Grandparents are here from, I believe they reside in Florida, if I'm not mistaken, and they're here to watch Bryant play, and they're actually going to be taking care of Bryant the rest of the weekend. I believe Bryant's parents are getting off on a much-needed vacation. They're about to go catch a plane here in just a couple hours to Cancun, Mexico.
Oh, that must be nice.
Yeah. So Stephen and Stephanie will miss you the rest of the way, but we hope you have a great trip in Cancun.
Yeah, just them going?
I think they had some friends, a few couples or something like that.
The kids are staying.
The kids are staying. That's the best part of the trip. That's the best part. Going to an all-inclusive resort.
Oh, okay. So they're going on a true vacation versus a trip.
Yes.
You bring the kids, it's a trip.
It's a trip. It's like you're
When
working.
you leave the kids, it's a vacation.
So they are. I still see Steven right behind us. I mean, he's got to be getting anxious. He's got to go catch that flight. What time does? Come on over here, Steven. You know, you got your son coming up to bat. All right, we got Daddy right behind us, and Mama's over here videoing. They're trying to get in as much baseball as they can until they go catch that flight out of Birmingham.
One last at bat. Hopefully,
the last
I don't regret it.
Let's do it.
We
Let's
missed
do it
our
right
flight.
Oh, and he hit that one really high. See if the center fielder gets to it, and he does on a dead sprint run.
I'm going to Mexico. Bye.
There you go. Bye, guys. Y'all be careful. They stayed for one more at bat, and
So they're literally
they are
leaving.
Literally, they're leaving on a jet plane. I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Leaving on a jet plane. I don't know. Oh, here we go. We're back to the action. That was just our commercial break. All right, we got Grady Bledsoe up to bat. Number 7, the second baseman, that made a nice play in the last inning.
I'm glad to
Take
know that
strike
we don't
one
need
right
a
here.
speaker with some music. We've got some good music provided, some acapella.
Take strike 2 down the middle. I don't know I think that's 2 strikes. Scoreboard doesn't agree with me. I thought the first one was called strike. And that ball is hit, and it drops down for a single, and the left fielder bobbles it and actually loses his glove a little bit, and Grady decides to stop at first base. So a nice one-out hit there for Grady. I believe his second hit of the game. We got Reese Parker up to bat, the lefty. Got a couple of lefties coming up here with Reese and Jay Steen on deck. And a throw over right here.
Good Reese.
See if we can get something going right here for the Sox with one out in the inning. The bottom of the third, up 3-0. Another throw over, trying to keep Grady close to the bag. Trying to give his, most of the time, Brad, right there, those pickoffs, they're not really trying to throw the runner out. They're just trying to keep him a step closer and give their catcher a chance to maybe throw down to second to get out. That was a nice pitch right there on the outside corner, called a strike on Reese. Yeah. Oh, just swung through that one. Got a little piece of it and knocked it away from out of the catcher's mitt.
Reese?
Big head, Reese. You got it, buddy.
Here we go, Reese. Reese is a powerful, compact player. We've got several players on this team that are well over 6 feet. Reese is one of the shorter, but he is strong and powerful, can really swing that bat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. If we started talking about his family, we're going to be talking for a while. We're going to have to do it in little bits and pieces. He has got some brothers and some first cousins that are ball players.
Big-time ball players
like
in
big
Mississippi,
time.
And has an older brother that plays on the AA ball for the Atlanta Braves.
His middle brother played at SMU. And
And Grady, another delayed steal right there that we saw. That was not a straight steal. That was another delayed steal. He didn't really take off till the catcher caught the ball and kind of lulling him to sleep, I guess.
Yeah,
but
it's
executed very well. Saw Christian
catchers.
Thompson did it in the first inning, and now Grady did it and gets in scoring position here for Reese with a 2-2 count and one out. Base hit to the right side would score Grady from second. And and it bobbled. And he's going to be safe at first base with the air. He hit that ball. He laced it really hard at the first baseman, and he just bobbled it, and it kicked away from him off his glove. Yeah. But we'll take it. We will take it. It brings up the hottest batter on the team, Jace Dean, with runners on first and third. Be interesting if he sees a couple of pitches to get Reese over to second base right here. Also be interesting to see what the defensive scheme is, whether they try to throw down if Reese is in fact running. Got to always watch out for the pickoff move here. And he comes to the plate, and Jace hits this ball into shallow left field, probably not far enough for Bledsoe to try and tag.
Yeah, just got under it. I'm not sure if that was one of those knuckleballs or not.
Yeah.
Jace hadn't been missing any workouts, I can tell.
No.
Apparently he's a regular at the gym 6 a.m. guy.
Well put together individual. And speaking of well put together, next
Here's
in the
another
box
one
is Christian Thompson, who has also been swinging a very good bat this tournament.
Yeah, boy, athletic fella. I mean, man, on the football field, this guy is, gotta be tough. Real tough.
Be interesting to see here if we can get Reese in motion, trying to steal second. I'd love to have them both in scoring position before Christian. Wouldn't mind Christian taking a couple of pitches here, but he does not. He hits a ball really far, but looks like, oh my goodness, just a miscommunication right there. Reese trying to score, and he holds him up at third base. Probably, no one back there. Oh, he would have scored, but probably wise to hold him up at third base. That ball was hit a long way in both directions, out and up.
Yeah, he just kind of, he kind of barely missed it.
Yeah.
But it was all barrel. It's like just barely under it.
But left fielder and center fielder both came to each other. It looked like either one of them probably could have made the catch, and both of them looked at each other and didn't want any part of it.
That's exactly.
So the ball
exactly what happened.
The ball drops in between them. Got an RBI. Oh, yeah. Austin Mayhem.
Yeah.
Up to bat.
You go, Carlson. There's a
Real
shot.
to left.
Uh-oh.
Left fielder's head. Going to drive in 2 runs.
Oh,
End
yeah.
up double for the pitcher.
Oh, Mahan hit that ball well. Yeah, he hit that ball hard. Like the left fielder did not realize how much juice he had on that ball.
It looked like the left fielder might have taken his first step forward and then realized, whoops.
Whoa. I mean, he did not realize it. It would have been it would have been a difficult catch even if he started in the right direction.
Looking back at the replay of it, Austin got every bit of that 6'2", 220 frame into that ball and drove in 2 big runs for him on the mound.
Here comes White's going to run out there for him. Oh, we have a pitcher change.
That drove the pitcher off the mound.
And really, the pitcher, he kind of didn't get help from his defense on the,
I'll agree with that.
There's 2 or 3 plays that he didn't get help on,
We'll take a little break as the new pitcher warms up. This will be number 27. Again, that's one of the numbers I do not have on the sheet. So we'll try and figure out his name.
Are you going to eat one of your Nutter Butters?
I think I will. Have a little Nutter Butter.
See those Nutter Butters.
Nutter Butter break. This break in action is brought to you by Nutter Butter.
Nutter Butter. I see it's a 4-pack. So that means
I've already eaten one.
Yeah, and then you're eating number 2. So there could be one in there. Right? One in there. I might have to get one in a little bit. I wonder how many we got signed in right now.
The break's go off.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's under you. I got it.
Drop the mic there for a second.
19. Okay.
Good deal.
We have 19 people dialed in. We figure out of the 19 that are watching the YouTube channel, there are multiple people watching the TV. So good group watching.
I know I got a message from Costin's grandmother, Gran, as we call her. She's watching from her living room. And Costin's older sister that just graduated high school, Anna Kate, is watching from Florence, Alabama. Shout out to them. So Wyatt Wallace, number 5, comes in as the courtesy runner for Costin at second base. Still here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, East Coast up 6-0 with 2 outs. Hudson McAllister, I believe that is Kevin McAllister's younger brother, right? You don't know who Kevin McAllister is, do you?
I mean, it's kind of jumping to me. I know I should know.
A little movie trivia. Kevin McAllister. Kevin!
Oh, my God. Well, yeah.
Home Alone. There you go.
Okay, well, it took me a little bit to make that connection.
Okay.
I mean, that was – forgot about old Kevin McAllister.
I believe his real name was Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay
Culkin?
Culkin?
Am I saying that right?
You're close. You're close.
I think I'm saying it right. Macaulay Culkin? No, I think I'm saying it close. We can agree to disagree.
No, I'm not disagreeing with anything.
That ball's lifted right back on top of our heads. It's going to fall. There it goes. So it's going to roll all the way over onto field 5 and drop down into foul territory behind the plate.
Let's see here if we can get another ball in a gap. Score Wyatt Wallace back there.
I'd like to check a couple of the other scores in some of the bracket games going on around us. Got a full count right here with 2 outs. Hudson McAllister. Oh, and swings at ball 4 right there to end the inning with a strikeout. But a very good inning for the East Coast Sox. Scoring 3 runs there to put our total to 6-0.
Yeah, good inning.
Headed to the top of the 4th. Costa Mahan will come back out for another inning of work. Costin's sitting on about 5 strikeouts. No, 6 strikeouts.
He's sitting good.
6 strikeouts through 3 innings.
Right.
So let's see if he can stay hot. Pepper in the zone.
Oh man, he's sitting real good. Yeah, all he's got to do is actually continue what he's been doing, which is he's filling the zone up. I mean, they're having a hard time seeing it.
Yes. Immediately. 3 o'clock. FTP or FTB, FTP. All right, here we go. Starting off the top of the 4th inning. Number 9, Ainsworth. The catcher starts with ball 1 low from Costa Mahan. And Costa a little concerned about the grip on the ball right there and lost another one low in the zone. It's really the first time he started out 2-0 to any batter. Then hits a rocket to right center. Holden Seaman, tracking it down in and out of his glove. Probably one that Holden feels like he should have caught. Oh, man. But the batter will get all the way to second base. Holden had a good jump on that ball, was running back to his right side, went up with the glove and hit right in the glove and popped out. Unfortunately, it would have been a really nice defensive play. Dead on the run to the left center gap. Probably the hardest hit ball that we've seen from 5-star Velo.
Oh, I missed. I was in the little boys' room.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he had a shot towards the scoreboard, and Holden got back there and hit right in the glove, and it popped out. There's a ball lifted to right side. Looks like Harlem is running into foul territory, makes the catch, and the runner
that was
catches the ball in foul territory. Runner does tag up from
I've noticed
second.
And so any of those balls over there to Harlem, they're hooked. I mean, they're
Really
slicing.
pushing.
Wait,
So bring up,
slicing.
yeah, slicing. Kind of like my golf swing.
It's just like my golf. That's why I don't really play golf. I go check game cameras and
I have
bush hog some grass and
my golf game is much like the Army. Right, left, right, left. Not much straight.
I'd like to see your golf game actually.
Oh, mercy. There's a nice strike in the bottom of the zone. Number 1 right here. This is Glasgow, the left fielder for 5-star.
We need to get
Velo.
play around.
Oh, sadly, my golfing days are just about over. Getting old and got a left wrist with carpal tunnel that really hurts.
I'm just curious though, how do you approach the ball when you're holding a club with 2 hands, all right, and you got a crutch just laying on the ground over there? So are you a one-legged golf swing, or do you? I mean,
well,
what I mean is
the ball fouled off.
I mean, I'm just curious.
0-2 count here on number 1. Yeah, I use actually both crutches together. They kind of as almost like a kickstand.
Okay,
I'll show you in a little while.
Okay,
But
so you have a kickstand approach.
Yes.
All right.
Kickstand. That's my golf game.
Come out his golf swing.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. 0-2 count right here. He's fouled off a couple of balls. See if Costin can put him down right here. Oh, really nice pitch right there that Costin really wanted. He spun around pretty quickly, not to show his expression to the umpire,
Right,
but
it might have barely missed. I mean, it was
like close.
Curved around the plate.
He really wants to get this strikeout and leave that runner at third base with 1 out in the inning right here. Oh, a foul ball down the left field line.
I bet we see fastball away possible right here after those 2.
I think that's what I would. He doesn't have to necessarily throw a strike right here. It's got a 1-2 count. Maybe get something, maybe to fool him or get his bat moving. Now he goes high fastball right there, missed out of the zone. Costin maybe tried to throw it a little bit too hard.
Just smidge
Get amped up, but it's 2-2 right here. This is really the pitch he wants to come in and get him with right here instead of going to full count. Oh, there's a ball fouled off of his leg. You know, as we're playing, it's our 4th game, and you kind of lose. I'm looking at the on deck batter and how big that gentleman is. We lose thought of the fact that we're a 14U team, but we're playing up in a 15U tournament. And so all these boys are. Oh, that's a shot to right center. Well. And it's caught by Holden, but the runner from third will tag up and score.
Catch. Hey, that's pretty good.
That ball was, we're seeing in this inning, I don't know if Costin's velo has dropped off a little bit, but they've barreled up a couple of balls and hit them pretty long way. That was a really good job by the center fielder to get back there and make that catch for the out. The run did score, but, in bracket play right here, giving up a run, it's okay. They did record the second out, and that was the important thing.
We're second time through the lineup. That was
right.
1, 2, and 3. So the 1-hole hitter and 3-hole hitter, squared him up.
He had struck all 3 of those out in the first inning.
So
2 of them looking.
They regrouped.
they got their revenge. Sure. Yeah, I mean, this is an older team. You're facing some guys that are going to be upcoming sophomores and some actually juniors. There's actually some 2027s playing in this tournament.
Yep.
It's not just 2028s. So you got some sophomores and juniors that you've got an upcoming freshman pitching against. Costin was just finished out the 8th grade this year, as well as most of the team did, and many of these guys got a lot of varsity experience this year. Here's a ball lifted foul back over here on the field 5 back behind us. Sounded like it hit their dugout, probably scared them a little bit. Dugouts have the metal roof on top, and so when it hits, it makes a loud racket, especially when you're inside the dugout, not expecting it. So we got a 1-2 count here. Let's see if Costin can close out this inning. Took off a little bit on that one. Left that change up.
Yeah, change up.
Probably change up. Left it a little high in the zone for ball 2. Shifting Bryant Wisdom over a little bit, expecting this left-handed batter to pull the ball. Oh, just missed outside, and Hudson made a good grab at that one.
Good attempt there. Well,
I wouldn't mind Harlem maybe backing up just a hair, 1 or 2.
He's going to go after him right here. Yeah, 3-2, nobody on, 2 outs. You go right at him.
See how far he can hit it. There you go. Fouls it off. Back on. Lands right behind home plate on field 5. Batter lives for another pitch. Good luck, guys. Good luck, guys. Good luck, Ryder. And there's a strikeout for Costa Mahan's 7th strikeout of the game here in the 4th inning. Really good way of finishing the inning. He went up and challenged him probably in the top of the zone there. Real good job. Brad, if you got the page pulled up, see how many pitches Costin has now.
That was pitch number 61.
Okay. Pitch number 61 right here at the end of the 4th inning. Did give up a run on a sacrifice fly to center.
So we have 4 innings pitched. He gave up 2 hits, 1 run, 0 earned, 7 Ks.
7 Ks.
And only 1 walk. And that was a kind of a long pitch count walk.
Right.
62 pitches, 70% were strikes. That tells you the story right there. And he topped out at 83.
All right.
And I'm assuming if the coach is sticking with his, he's wanting everybody to pitch around 60 pitches, it's possible somebody comes in.
I see Christian going to put his gear on, which
I think
Christian is going to put his gear on.
At Wisdom, like the coach gave him a nod. And Wisdom maybe nodded back, but I'm not positive.
So maybe Bryant warming up. We'll see. We'll see if Mahan comes back for another inning. He certainly could come back and throw. His arm is good. He's thrown more than that in multiple games this year. But coach is trying to use this tournament especially as a kind of an experiment of really looking at a lot of different guys at different places. And that's one of those you hear from the dugout. Wear it. Peanut dove out of the way of that one. He could be on first base right now if he just stood still and taken that one in the back. So we got ball 1 right here at the bottom of the 4th inning. But finally, nice diving catch by the second baseman. And makes a throw. I didn't think he had a chance at that ball. But a diving catch and jumps to his feet to make the throw to first base.
That was that's the second baseman was the starting pitcher.
Yep.
And he did not throw any knuckleball on that one.
That's true.
He had to come up and throw a fastball, but that was.
He had already proved earlier in the game that he was a very good fielder by making the play on the mound. You remember the one that was hit to the left side of the mound? He made the throw over to first. Yeah. So he's very quick on his feet, and shows a good glove. Here's one that's third baseman. See if he can make. Oh, and it gets by, and Harlem will be on the run to second base as he cut. No one was covering third base.
Hey,
But
he
he
made
stops
a really good diving catch.
Yep, we almost saw two web gems back to back right there.
Yeah.
They've not called timeout, and runner moves up 90 feet. Really heads up.
Harlem is
Really
in
heads
scoring
up.
position at third base.
Really heads up play right there by Harlem. No one was covering third base, and he realized no one had called time, and so he just took the base himself. We got one out with a runner at third base, and that ball's gonna be lifted.
Score.
That will be definitely a score. A sac fly to left field. Harlem tags up and scores easily. So that heads up play of him extending the run, that got him a run. Hey, excellent job, Harlem.
Good job, Harlem.
Excellent job right there. And a really good job by holding, getting that run back that we gave up in the top half of the inning, which that runner got on by the error made by Holden. So that was kind of Holden making up for his error right there. That brings us back to the top of the inning. Bryant Wisdom.
That was a good pitch inside corner.
Taken for strike one.
He was not looking for that pitch.
They go down.
He went
right here for a battle.
Goes down 0-2. Bryant calls time for just a moment. Wyatt's bringing him a play sheet to put in his pocket to make sure he has that to get the right calls.
That was interesting. I guess.
That ball high, so 1-2 count here with 2 outs. Nobody on base for East Coast.
Here we go, 4.
I believe I see one of our older brothers that's also an East Coast Sox player watching from the stands. That's
it might fall.
Nick Kramer. And the shortstop is able to get back on it. Left fielder was running in hard, trying to hold on to his hat. I don't think he really wanted any part of it, but that will retire the side. We moved to the 5th inning. We will see who's coming out. It looks like Christian Thompson coming out to catch. Just interested to see who's going to the mound. Looks like Costin's sitting down in the dugout, and it looks like it will be Bryant Wisdom coming to the mound to pitch. And so we'll have some defensive adjustments for just a moment. It looks like Peanut Connolly will move to shortstop, which we know he can play. And we have an entry. We have Jackson Moore into left field for the first time in this game. And Bryant Wisdom will be warming up on the mound, and we'll get back with you in just one moment after this commercial break.
What you got? Okay, Moore's in for Costa. Okay. Jackson. Okay. He enters the game in for Costa.
Sounds good.
Oh, I see you're down to one Nutter Butter. One Nutter Butter, and I really want it, but my issue is my Peps at ACs are out in the car, and then the moment I eat that, I'll have some fun heartburn to deal with.
All right, here we go. We start of the 5th inning. That is Jackson Moore. He's going in for number 2.
The pitcher.
Mayhem. We did have a defensive substitution, Jackson Moore, going in for Costin Mahan, who finished out 4 innings of work. And we have Bryant Wisdom on the mound. Just threw his
If Bryant
1-2.
Yeah, he's 1-2 right
1-2
now.
right here. Had a ball fouled off to the right-hand side.
Hey, if he can just, like,
Here we go, 4.
6-run lead, 5th inning,
Throw strikes.
Bryant just needs to throw strikes.
Throw strikes, stay out of trouble. Let's defense work. There's a ball high. 2-2, I think.
Yeah, 2-2.
Just missed inside. Full count here. Last thing you do is you want to walk him. You want to make him come out swinging right here. Gets a ground ball to
Good throw.
play right there by Reese Parker.
Yeah,
He stepped back and gathered himself.
gathered himself.
I like it. I
and
like
threw
it.
a strike.
He knew he had the arm for it. He had the time. He gathered himself, came back strong with a really strong throw all the way across the diamond and just threw a bullet right to first base for the first out of the 5th inning.
Here we go, Bryant.
There you go.
Swing and miss.
Hey, man,
Foul tip
like-
back into the glove.
I like it. Just throw strikes.
Not bad, 4.
Ball off the plate.
Two balls, one strike. See if we can get a ground ball right here. All right, good. He gave that that high pitch right there. 2-2 count.
Right here, Bryant. Let's go, 4.
Keep throwing it, Bryant. Yeah.
Nice hit. Really nice backwards K right there by Bryant. Froze him with the inside
Frozen.
pitch, and for the second out of the inning right here in the top of the 5th
Hey, one
inning.
more right here.
So 2 out, nobody on for a 5-star Velo. Oh, and he squares that one right
That stung now.
in the back.
That ball did not deflect. It went straight down the ground.
Number 7, that's the first baseman that took that one right in the back.
I think Bryant, he kind of feels bad about it. He's now this is where he's got to, wash it.
Hitting Christian.
They're not giving him a lot of recovery, are they?
Bryant's ready to go. Bryant's ready to go, and that ball's laced right up the middle. First pitch swinging, a number 45.
That's all right. That's a strike. He came back with a
Yep,
strike.
yep.
We got 2 outs. Runner first, second. Still not a big deal. All right, here's our starting pitcher. He's made the really good defensive plays.
Put it on it. Oh, wait. What are you doing?
We had a
Here we go, 4.
Double steal right
double
there.
steal, which he got a good jump, honestly.
Actually, I think that caught us by surprise a little bit. Oh, good golly. Good catch.
Really nice job by Christian there. Showed his speed behind the plate. Making sure that ball stayed in front of us and didn't get back to the backstop. So we got a little bit of a hairy situation. A 3-0 count right here for the batter. We do have an open base. That's a strike right here.
Okay.
This is number 24, Harris, who is the original starter on the mound, and then went to second base, and we saw really good defensive play by both.
Yes.
And then he pops it up on the infield.
Bryant, take it, Bryant.
Looks like Bryant is calling everybody off. He's going to make the play himself and end this inning. Really nice job. Obviously, Bryant being an accomplished fielder from any place on the field you want to put him.
That was borderline that first baseman supposed to call him off, but Bryant up there is having none of that.
He had no problem with that. I think I've seen Bryant play just about every position on the field other than catcher, and I guarantee you he could put the stuff on and be a heck of a catcher.
Yeah, he probably could.
So he's played everywhere on the field. Very, very versatile player. So here we go got out of a little jam there for sure. Go to the bottom of the fifth, up 7-1, and a 5-star Velo.
We have a good lead off with Grady Bledsoe.
Yep, Grady Bledsoe will lead us off the inning, and
who is also hot.
Yes,
we were talking about Jace, but Grady is arguably equally as hot.
Checking on the scores from some of the other bracket games, and one of the games right beside us, the East Cobb Astros, who we played last night, where we have a lot of friends from Florence playing. They've just taken the lead. They're up 8-6 over the SBG Sox. SBG Sox was a 3 seed, and so that's a 13 seed beating a 3 seed right now.
Oh, okay.
A really good game. I'll look at the box score and see who all's pitching.
Here we go, 7.
They are currently in the bottom of the fourth inning.
That's first pitch away. That's second pitch up. Now this umpire has been calling the high strike. Like you can, if you're bell high, he's gonna call it. But that being a little up, but that's too high.
Got a 3-0 count right here for Grady. See, this umpire's 3-0 count a little bit easier because he has all of his digits. And so that's a 4-ball walk to lead off the inning. Like to see
here's Reese Parker.
Base runners on base as Reese Parker steps into the left-hand batter's box, followed by Jace Dean on deck. There's a ball 1 off the.
Get that side view, yeah. There you go.
Oh, there's a ball to the backstop.
That's
a little wild pitch.
6 balls in a row.
Yeah, I'd probably be taking right here. I don't know about it.
Well, I bet you Reese doesn't have a lot of interest in taking 2-0.
Might be looking for a good pitch right here to drive in the gap. I'd love to see him yank one down the line and run for a good long while. 3-0. So another 3-0 count here.
I bet he's still got a green light.
He's coming in to work his, I believe, his third inning of work. Shortstop working in behind. And that's
good.
Reese takes strike one. A little elevated, but in there.
One pitch, one spot. Coach Malden. Pitcher calls for another pitch. Oh,
Caught a balk right
caught a
there.
balk. So that's a no pitch because it doesn't go in favor of the hitter on
Right.
a ball.
That's
Now, if he hit a home run,
It would have counted. Balk.
Hey, right here tonight. Let's go.
So still a 3-1 count, but more importantly, with no outs, we have a runner at third base, 90 feet away from scoring. Gives Reese an opportunity for a fly ball to center.
that should do it.
And let's see if we have a play at the plate. Here comes the throw, and it's going to be cut off, and a huge portion of turf came flying up.
Oh, as Grady does a little repair.
It was the front of the batter's box.
Little repair work.
The front of the batter's box turf needs a little bit more paint or a
little more
staple
glue
or something.
Some staples, some of that.
But a good RBI sac fly right there. It's, as we've seen multiple times through this tournament already, where players are willing to be unselfish and give themselves up for an RBI. Left fielder makes a catch there of Jay Steen's first pitch swinging. Got Christian Thompson coming to the plate.
Carving in his initials, I think, or is somebody special to him.
All right.
Oh, okay.
GTG. Glory to God.
I like it.
And that's going to be a base
Oh,
hit
that's a base hit.
right through the middle of the diving second baseman going after the ball. But Christian gets another hit. He's got to be up there in the lead for the tournament as far as hits in the tournament. He has been red hot the entire time. Now you got Jackson Moore, who was subbed in for Costa Mahan, the pitcher. Another left-handed batter. Jackson Moore comes up with 2 outs and a runner at first.
Yes, this will be his first bat of the game.
Oh, that's off the glove. He hit that ball so hard. Looks like Christian will be moving to third base. That was more of that was a line drive right at the first baseman's head, and he was lucky he got any glove on it to deflect it away from his face.
Yeah.
That was more of a defensive move rather than, wasn't like he was trying to catch it. It was more like life preserving, trying to just get out of the way of it. So the single by Jackson Moore brings up Hudson McAllister, back-to-back players from the state of Arkansas. And that kind of saws him off a little bit and hits a foul ball to the left side.
Here we go, right here, 3-2.
Hudson started out as the starting catcher, and then Christian Thompson relieved him, which has kind of been the case in every game we've played. It really keeps the catchers. There's a pickoff move, first to third, and Jackson Moore back safely. He kind of flinched a little bit on that one.
I think if the pitcher didn't delay on this
Might
move
have
back
it.
to
Yeah,
one, it'd have been closer.
I don't know if he just fooled Jackson, thinking Jackson was just getting his secondary off of the first move or what. A little fake third, throwing back to first action almost worked for him. There's a pitch outside, and looks like Christian's going to be out at the plate.
Not sure what happened there. Now Malden did that
a little bit of a bad read, I think. They had Jackson on a little bit of a delayed steal, it looked like, and I think Christian thought the catcher was going to throw down and got him coming home. So we're going to take a quick break from the action as we head to the top of the sixth inning. Heard him talk, and that goes on the video.
Yeah.
It's on our YouTube video. Doing good? Yeah, doing well. We're up 8. It's the first 4 innings. Really well.
Back there on all over the home. And me and Randy trying to change the tire. Two hours of grease. We couldn't find the 254 hidden real low.
Where's the owner's manual to find it?
We have a good YouTube. And then there's a square. That thing's out the tag. I was underneath there trying to take it out and stop him. Anyway, we didn't know. Georgia Jackson came through the morning. Pretty good.
Good. Had one run on an air, 5 off center. Had 7 strikeouts in 4 innings. Just missed. Right, it's been a good tournament.
I'll be going, in August. We'll be all over the Tuscaloosa facility down in Norfolk.
Oh, really?
Phenomenal. Riverwalk, something like that. Before we're going to start hosting all the Alabama big stuff.
I hadn't heard that. Yeah, I bet.
Riverwalk Stadium in Montgomery?
No, PBR is building one in Tuscaloosa, Norfolk. Riverwalk something.
Oh, okay.
It's really nice.
I hadn't heard about it.
So it would be open August.
Wow. Yeah, a lot of
5-star Velo got a leadoff hit right there in the top of the 6th inning. Bryant Wisdom in for his second
Well, I think there's money.
inning of relief pitching. Got a little base hit over the shortstop's head. Peanut Connolly there at shortstop. That's ball 1
They recently
up
built
high out of the
a
zone.
brand new big all-star complex. It's small. Yeah.
That's ball 2 out of the zone.
What's this?
We're up 8-6.
I got you.
All right, we need to see if Bryant right here can get back in the zone right here, and then this is against the number 2 batter, Ainsworth, catcher. Really nice pitch right there, lifted. See, it looked like oh wow, second baseman. Like Harlem didn't see it at first. He's kind of, his arms are kind of out, and he's like, what just happened? But Grady Bledsoe went back and called him off of that ball and made a nice catch out in shallow right field for the first out of the inning. So the third batter coming up, the center fielder, Slay, who we've seen make a few really nice defensive plays this game.
All right, we needed that out.
Ball high in the zone.
I mean, Brian is doing his job, man.
Well, you got to think about Bryant is a kid that has played middle infield all year long for his middle school team, and then
for about a month and a half. Moved up to the varsity at Chelsea and played second base for the varsity.
Yep.
And so, he for the last month, he's been really the last month and a half. He's been in the
That's
playoffs.
right. And that varsity team, they haven't been calling on him to pitch.
No, he has not. He's not thrown a ball off the mound in quite some time in an actual game. I'm not saying he hadn't thrown a bullpen or whatnot, but he's not a. Bryant's not a guy that he's a guy that loves.
He's
he
not
loves
identifying as a pitcher
by any means, but he's a guy that can get it done because he's a stud at everything he does.
Well, the thing is, like, it's 8-1. Like, all he's got to do is just come in and throw strikes.
Eat up some outs.
Hit it.
There
Let
you
him
go.
hit it.
Eat up some outs and eat up a couple innings that keeps the rest of our guys that you would typically call a starting pitcher time to rest. And nice, really nice pitch that Bryant wanted right there on the inside, right off the kneecap. 3-1 count right here. I'd like to see him go ahead and challenge right across the plate and see this guy come out swinging right here. It gives us a chance. And there's a good ball. Just out the reach of the shortstop, Peanut Connolly. Okay. He could have tracked that one down. The potential for at least one out, maybe a double play. But
hey, but that's okay. He threw a strike.
I'll take it. I'll take that over a walk.
They hit a ball at the middle, so what?
Yeah.
All right, new count, new batter.
Put it across the plate.
Let's get another ground ball.
A couple of really good batters coming up. Number one.
This is their number 4.
This is their 4-hole who's hit the ball really hard a couple of times. The left fielder.
Oh,
man.
Just missed.
He's not.
Just missed.
Umpire behind the plate is not giving Bryant that inside strike. Bryant's felt really good about it. He has. He's called it. He gave it to Costin a couple of times.
Yeah.
But Bryant's not getting that same pitch. The thing about it is, just sometimes as the game moves on, you'll see umpires kind of change their strike zone a little bit. You'd like for them to kind of be consistent. Once they establish, hey, I'm going to give you this. Then as it gets later in the game, sometimes a lot of umpires like to get tighter zone later in the game.
Yeah. Attaboy.
Not called a strike there. Low in the zone, 3-1 count.
Well, the umpire, he does like that. He still likes to hire.
This is a 3-0 count, not a 3-1 count, but that's going to be ball 4, which will load the bases for Bryant with 1 out in the inning. This is a full-size grown 15-year-old coming to the plate.
It is.
Got to be standing about 6'4", 6'5". Young man. Looks like could easily pass for a college player right here.
He's big.
He is a big boy. We're gonna take a little break while Coach Malden goes out and talks to the team. It's 4-2-2. All right, as we get back to action here, we have bases loaded. Coach Malden did make a defensive substitution. Like Hudson McAllister came in to play third base for Reese Parker. I believe Reese Parker's going to the pen to possibly warm up in case he's needed to come in and pitch. Would love to see Bryant bear down right here and get a couple of strikes to end this inning. One pitch away from a double play. Oh, that ball gets by him. And that's going to score a run, and each runner is going to move up 90 feet. Now we have runners at second and third. It is 8-2 on the game. That ball, pass ball, right through the legs of Christian Thompson.
Hey, ground ball right here.
Hey, shake it off. Here we go. And that swing and miss. Really good pitch right there by Bryant Wisdom.
Hey, that's perfect. Where are we?
Another good strike by Bryant Wisdom on the inside half. So we got 2 strikes, 2-2 count right here. Runners at second and third, 1 out. And that ball is outside, misses. A full count. It's an empty base at first, but would love to see if we could record an out right here. Maybe entice a pop fly. Oh, does not offer at that pitch that's off the plate.
Hey, you're good.
So that loads the bases once more with 1 out here.
Hey, you had that base.
This is the opposing pitcher.
Hey, fill it up, Bryant.
Coming to bat, number 27.
Let's go, defense.
What is? Let me find out our time. That be.
That's
There we
lifted into right field. Looks like Harlem makes the catch.
Very
Runner
good,
at third
Bryant.
is tagging up.
Hey, perfect right there, Bryant. Perfect. Hey, good job.
We'll record. 5-Star Velo does
Hey, 2 down.
score another run to make it 8-3. But more importantly, record an out to get to 2 outs. Runners on the corners with 2 outs now. At this point in the game, you'll exchange an out for a run just about any time. With the lead that we had.
The lead's important.
That's very important. It'd be really nice to go ahead and get this inning over with the 5-run lead instead of making the game any closer. Ooh, really nice pitch right there on the inner half, but the umpire is not giving him that inside call.
Is there a way to see the time, like when we started?
Not on there. It was right at, I believe we started right at 12:45.
Hey, here you go, 4. We just need a
Runner is moving right there with the ball low in the zone. Got another 3-0 count.
That's a good pitch.
Really good pitch. Good pitch, Bryant. Umpire says it was down. Not a lot of agreement on this side of the field. There's a pitch inside for a walk to load the bases once more. Here we go, Bryant. You're good. 1 pitch away. That's number 7 right here is the first baseman, Johnson. It's like Malden is going to call a timeout to maybe go make a pitching change here. It's like Bryant will be coming off the mound, and we'll have Reese Parker coming back into the game. Be interesting to see where Brian will either go to short or third, it looks like. Hudson McAllister came back out of the game. He was just a defensive substitution.
He's an extra hitter this game, so
yes.
Extra hitters can just come in and out. I mean,
well, he was in the lineup originally as the catcher.
Oh, that's right.
He came out of the game
Right.
because the extra hitter went in to catch Christian. So Hudson is free. He's still in the batting order, and he's free to come enter any defensive position he wants to.
I'm gonna find out the time.
What?
Got out of basketball.
What?
When you got out of basketball. What about Well, we kind of have a lot of time. So, yeah, she said 20 minutes. There we go, Reese. I think Reese is not pitched. Reese. All right, so we need to get out of this. We have Reese Parker on the mound, who I believe recently has not pitched a lot. But he has pitched plenty in the past, and he's really good.
If he's paying attention to you, then other problems. We got Reese.
There we go.
I thought we were about to have a one-pitch, one-out right there to end the inning.
That would have been nice.
But that was a strike, and it's exactly what we needed. Get ahead in the count. Fouled off the right-hand side. Reese working out of the wind-up.
Oh, yeah.
Really nice pitch for strike 2 on the outside corner.
Very nice.
One pitch away from ending this inning and getting us to the bottom of the 6th. East Coast up 8-3 here in the top of the 6th with 2 outs, bases loaded.
Oh, ring him up
Just a little bit farther.
All right, he hit his spot. Like, yeah, he hit his spot. Hey, good spot. It was off the plate on purpose.
All right, nice pitch there.
Oh, wow.
Just gets by Jay Steen right there to score another run. Oh, man. All right, really good job, Reese.
Yeah, good pitch. Yeah, that was
Just a step away from
Jace. It was just out of his reach. He went for it.
Nothing he could do about it. Just a hard ground ball to the right-hand side. Bases are still loaded. It is now 8-4. East Coast Sox. Oop. Christian faking a little pump back action to first base. Just a nice ground ball or a pop-up right here would be. There's a foul ball to the right-hand side to even the count 1-1 with 2 outs.
That's a good
and a
pitch.
miss.
He called the strike there.
This is the Radetsky. It's a name we struggled with a little bit. Radetsky or not playing in the field. He's an extra hitter right here.
So that was marginal on the knees, and this umpire has proven that he prefers the high strike versus the marginal low strike.
He's kind of squeezing them here in these last couple of innings. There you go. For
Nice
strike
pitch.
3 by Reese Parker to end the top half of the 6th inning. Really good job right there by Reese coming in a high-pressure situation with bases loaded and needing to throw strikes. Does a really good job in both batters that he faced. Got a ground ball and one that got through the infield, and then a strikeout swinging the last batter right there to leave the bases loaded, and more importantly, leave East Coast Sox with a 4-run lead as we look and we see that the 5-star Velo is bringing out a new pitcher, number 23. I do not have his name, but we'll try and see if we can get that. So headed to the bottom half of the 6th inning, East Coast Sox up 8-4 over the 5-star Velo. We'll take a short break.
No, I'll put it back. First time we had those.
So we are at the bottom half of the 6th inning. East Coast Sox coming to bat. Nobody on, nobody out, with Hudson McAllister, who started this game behind the plate catching and then went and played an inning at third base. So he's kind of bouncing around a little bit during this game. Goes to show you the versatility of a lot of these players and the talent that they have to be used. It makes coaching very easy because you can move guys around. They're not pigeonholed into one position necessarily. 2-0 count here to Hudson. And there's a strike one by our nameless new pitcher, number 23, we'll call him. We don't know what his name is. Maybe Brad can look that up. Ooh, there's ball 3 outside. Very close call that he was hoping to get. Puts McAllister ahead in the count 3-1. Would love to get a couple of runners on base to get a couple of these runs back. There's a strike. Move it to a full count. And fights off a inside pitch off the handle. Really good job of staying alive there by McAllister. Got Peanut Connolly on deck. Payoff pitch to McAllister. And that's going to be way outside. It's easily taken for ball 4. So McAllister trot down to first base. Got a runner at first base with no outs, and Peanut coming to the plate. And there's strike 1 taken at the knees for Peanut. And that ball gets all the way to the backstop, bounces back to the catcher. But Hudson McAllister is able to move up 90 feet to second base on the pass ball, the wild pitch. Pitcher steps off, didn't like his sign, wanted to reset himself. Coming with the 1-1 pitch here with the runner at second base. And Peanut squares around a bunt, fouls it off the plate, and Karam's back behind him. Tried to surprise him there with a late show on the bunt, but could not get it down into fair territory. So got a 1-2 count here. And that ball is taken high to even the count 2-2. We did track down a name for the opposing pitcher, Jack Slay. He was originally playing center field, I do believe. He was one of the ones we didn't have a number for, and that ball gets away from the catcher, kind of bounces out of his glove and on top of his head and rolls away from him, but McAllister's not able to move up to third base. So we've got a full count again. This is the second full count of the inning with Connolly. First resulted in a ball 4 walk. We'll have a full count pitch coming here with the Sox ahead 8-4. Full count, no outs with a runner at second. And that ball is going to miss high and outside just like the last time. So it brings Harlem Fuller, who has swung the bat very well in the last 2 games. Hit some really hard hit balls. Comes with runners at first and second. Really like what the patience that East Coast has shown right here to work the count full, both first 2 batters, and got leadoff walk and then another walk by Peanut. See if Fuller can send him in motion here as he squares around to possibly bunt as well and pull back on ball 1.
Hey, good, Harlem.
The really late showing on the bunt attempt. See if he indeed squares around. The first baseman's playing up in the grass. Third baseman's playing a little bit behind the bag, staying back, but he's creeping in now. And that's taken as a strike on the outside corner.
It'd been a fake bunt. Could be the play, possibly.
He's showing it really late. It's a true sacrifice. I wouldn't mind him squaring around a little bit earlier.
Yeah, or even a fake, I guess.
Right.
He's coming to talk to him.
Coach Malden meeting with Harlem and make sure they're on the same page with the call. One 1 count here to Harlem Fuller, the right fielder, and takes ball 2 up high.
He's still showing this.
Still showing the bunt.
Yeah.
Squares around a bunt and bunts this to the right side, the first base side. The only play will be to throw and get the out at first. The pitcher does make that play, and Harlem sacrifices himself to move those runners to second and third now. A really good job there by Harlem. After showing that he was trying to bunt at least three or four times. Finally commits to it and lays that bunt down on the right-hand side. Very well done. So that brings up Holden Siemens, left-handed batter. He takes ball one inside, high and inside. So with one out, we'd like to see Holden really do a good job at the plate and get these runners in. Give us some more insurance on the board. Another pitch taken high for ball two. Got good speed on the base pass with McAllister and Connolly at second. That is ball three.
Looks like he will be taken.
And that's going to be ball four outside. So a four-pitch walk there of Holden. It brings us to a really good spot in the lineup. This is Bryant Wisdom, leadoff batter with one out. Number four, the versatile Wisdom, who's played short in this game and pitched in the game. Looks like the infield is moving in. Bases are loaded. One out. And Bryant attacks. The first pitch was chopped really high in the air. And the only play that he's able to make is to tag Bryant running down the first baseline. And he's being called safe. He missed. The umpire behind the plate is saying he missed the tag. He missed the tag.
It was.
So he's calling everybody safe. I thought he had the tag.
I don't know why the first baseman didn't come home with it. He gave us a gift.
Yeah. Well, the ball chopped up so high. I thought he probably thought he didn't have time for it.
Yeah.
So the runner is safe. Run scores to make it 9-4 East Coast Sox. Now you have Grady Bledsoe coming up to bat, still with the bases loaded, and the infield will stay in, trying to throw out any runner going home. I really like this situation for Bledsoe, to be honest. Ooh, takes a good strike right down the middle.
Yeah, Grady has the power to knock one out of here. And we could see it.
Base hit with the runners moving will. That's going to be ball one. So we got a 1-1 count. Sox with a 5-run lead. Oh, another strike right down the middle.
That was the inside a little. Grady did not. He is not looking for that inside. He widens out a little bit.
1-2 pitch coming, and Grady pops that one up, but thankfully it sails out of play back behind us. The Sox dugout shows their excitement for the foul ball. They're really cheering on their teammates that can foul off a 2-strike ball to stay alive for the next pitch. And there's a pitch inside that missed. In and low, make a 2-2 count. Grady could really break this game open and give our defense some room to breathe with a big base hit right here. And there it is. Ball is laced down. It is down. And going to have one. Everybody kind of had to freeze a little bit.
Yeah, they had to freeze. It wasn't
Didn't
too
know
out.
if the right fielder was going to make
Yeah.
that catch or not, but it did drop right in front of him. So everybody was only able to move up 90 feet. Typically on a base hit like that, a fast Connolly might have, a fast Holden Siemens would have been coming home around from second, but he had to delay a little bit to make sure there's a ground ball hit, that it gets through the right-hand side. Two runners will score with Holden and Bryant Wisdom both scoring, and that is going to be a walk-off Mercy Rule ball game here in the bottom of the sixth.
Oh, perfect.
Makes the score, I believe, 12-4. So that's an 8-run Mercy Rule. 8 after 6.
10.
It's really, it's 8 after 4. I mean 8 after 5.
Yeah.
So there we are in the bottom of the sixth. So we got to 8 runs. So that was good. We don't have to go out and play any more defense. We don't have to throw anymore. And so a nice walk-off right there. So we were going to be right back here momentarily with after a short little break and warm-up of pitchers. We will be playing FTP in the second round of bracket play here momentarily. About, let's see, what time is it, Brad? It's 2:45. They'll give us at least 20 minutes for probably warm-ups, give or take. So about 20, 25 minutes. So I would say shortly after 3 o'clock, about 3:05, 3:10, we'll be getting started with our next round. All right?
And that's ball game for today. Well, not for today. We're going to play in a little bit.
There we go. All right, as the teams gather to have a prayer around the mound, our winning pitcher today would be Costin Mahan, who threw 4 strong innings on the mound and with 7 strikeouts. And our offense came alive at the right moments, Brad, and we scored some runs. Obviously, they're late. And a really good job of Reese Parker coming in relief with bases loaded there in the top of the sixth and getting us out of a jam. So we will talk with you soon at the next ball game, which will just be in about 20, 30 minutes. Thank you.